Grand final, best of 5. Here we go. Starting off on Last Refuge, Hitman versus Soin. Last time I casted Soin was Sock versus Soin in War 3 Champions Finals. It's a really great matchup between those two. And Soin going Night Elf. Hitman, of course, going Orc, as always. Barracks, expecting we see Blade Master yet again from our Orc player. And confirming Blade Master is the hero of choice for Hitman. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter should be quite the interesting matchup here. Mana Burn versus Windwalk. It's the Ancient War Online putting out an Archer and getting ready to start the creep camp. Here we are, Wisp being sent across the map, getting started on the scouting efforts. Ancient War is uprooted and ready to get started. Demon Hunter will be out shortly to aid in this creep camp. Blade Master almost out as well. No shop available, so he's going to run right on over. Maybe stop here, get a couple things, but no shop of his own. Grunt going to take the northernmost route. Get some scouting in as well. Meanwhile, back at the camp, Gloves of Haste going to the Demon Hunter. Blade Master continuing onward, did sell the Town Portal Scroll, picking up the Circlet of Nobility. Windwalking down and want to, yeah, we could do costume prizes, we could do anything. Yeah, the Halloween Cup. That's what I'm talking about, PhD. Let's get it going. So I'll talk with you and Grinchy and anyone else who's trying to get involved. Let's get some good players. Let's get a good prize pool. Let's get a good tournament structure. Let's do something really fun. I think it'll be great. An undead-only tournament? That definitely fits the theme. I just don't know if the viewers would be as interested in a undead-only tournament. Blade Master going to go to town and try to cancel this Moonwell. Will be successful. I'm sure Soin will cancel this right in time right here. There it is. Demon Hunter is not too happy about that. Blade Master going to run on back. Tier 2 on the way for Soin. About 45% done. 65% done for Hitman. Shop finally now online. Blade Master going to go take down this Null Camp. Get some items. Demon Hunter senses this. Doesn't need eyes to see this. Might be happening, but instead's going to back out. Not ready to intercept Hitman's creeping yet. Yes, Soin Night Elf. That's right. Your eyes do not deceive you. Rather than Orc Mirror wants to go Night Elf. And I think I've seen him play Night Elf a couple times recently. So feeling more and more comfortable with Night Elf.
A player's forces are under attack.
Here we go. Hitman continuing on. Going to take the Natural Expo. Get the Claws +5 of Soin. And yeah, Baron, yes, Sonic may take the prize if he wants to participate. Would love to have him. Love to find a good time for everybody. Yeah, I have a good costume myself in mind. So I am definitely throwing my hat into the ring for the Halloween Cup. Hitman continuing on along here. Going to potentially wrap up the rest of this creep camp as well. Take down these two trappers. Really only wanted the 1 to get to level 3. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter stuck at the very bottom of level 2. Torn Chieftain now out. Buying all the necessary items, all the salves, all the clarities. And the speed scroll. Blade Master falling down to 30% health. Not in immediate danger. Has plenty of mana for Windwalk again. Going to be salved as well by the Torn Chieftain. Nice body blocks here by Hitman, preventing Demon Hunter getting any more momentum. Nice wisp placement on this bottom tree here. And meanwhile down here, Blade Master going to continue to be a nuisance right in the face, and a Beastmaster second. Very interesting second hero. Going to be able to solidify one of the archer kills and grab the tome and get on out of here. I wonder if Soin wants to go kind of all in right now with this Beastmaster. Opting for the summoned army. Torn Chieftain. No Shadow Hunter second. Going for the Torn Chieftain. And as always, like Hitman likes to do, Blade Master follows around the opponent. Second hero creeps up with the grunts.
A player's forces are under attack.
So effective at it. But the Hawk is just going to scout out this Blade Master, follow it around the map, get some visibility. So take a look and see what the state of the map currently is. Heading on back home, going to buy a Staff of Teleportation. Preservation. Almost up to Tier 3 and going to have Druids of the Talon Classic. Counter against Orc. Mass dots. Yes, this final is live. We do have a 3-minute delay, but as live as we can be. Demon Hunter falling quite a bit there. Gonna get ensnared and maybe pay the price. Gonna have to pop his TP, use it immediately. Hitman gonna finish up this creep camp. No problem. No pressure. No danger. Push the Demon Hunter back. All he has to deal with right now is not much of anything till these Cyclones are online, which they now are. More dots on the way, as well as Master Training.
A player's forces are under attack.
Spirit Walker's coming online to try to disenchant and deal with those Cyclones as best he can. Meanwhile, going to continue on creeping. Torn Chieftain going to get that level 3 was looking for, opting for level 2 War Stomp. Blade Master now going to head on back. See what's going on back here. Hardcore is YOLO. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Blade Master senses blood. Wants to get some of these Druids of the Talon. Got one of them. But there's so many more to go around. Here we go. Ensnare's now going out on the Druid of the Talon. A nice Shockwave from the Torn Chieftain. Excuse me, not level 2 War Stomp. Level 2 Shockwave. Able to get some surface area on this deep backline here. Blade Master spin to win from the Night Elf. Gonna constantly keep that Blade Master in a Cyclone to prevent any auto attack damage from the Blade Master, which is so much. All those Cyclones do add up. Beastmaster falling really low. Another ensnare on the Beastmaster. Beastmaster fell to critical levels, but did get a health potion just in time. One more grunt did fall, so unable to chip away at some of the frontline peons now involved. Going to get Spirit Linked any second now. There it is. Beastmaster preserved and teleported back home. Does get to full, almost half health with the help of the Moonwells. Druids of Talon moving on back into safer position now. A lot of the summon units from the Beastmaster falling. But Torn Chieftain in a really vulnerable position, really low health. Going to be able to pop a scroll of speed and be able to just get out in time with 23 health. By the skin of his teeth, able to barely escape as the 46 food army of Hitman prevails. It's going to live to fight another day with only 6 Druids of the Talon available for Sock. Torn Chieftain now back home. Going to get some healing items to help him out. Heal solves all he thinks he needs. Gonna heal solve up all of the injured units. Get back into the action right away. Going for the red camp, it seems. Gonna pull it out with the Druid of the Talon.
A player's forces are under attack.
Blade Master does see this and wants a piece of it. Maybe gonna try to snipe this, but I wouldn't be surprised if a Hawk is summoned to get some True Sight. Do have the True Sight. Cyclone immediately onto the Blade Master. Demon Hunter really low. Needs to be really careful. Shockwave from the Ogre Lord did damage it down to 71 health, and it was enough to force him back home. Blade Master needs to back off, not get surrounded, or just mass Cyclone to death. Meanwhile, down south, Tauren Chieftain paying a visit with the Raiders. Raiders going to go to town and easily take down the shop of Soin. Going to chain ensnare this Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter only has a healing potion to keep itself alive right now. Finally going to get visited by the remainder of his army. Demon Hunter falling so low. Demon Hunter now down to 15 health. Does get preserved at the last second. Demon Hunter back home. Although chain ensnare's now out on the Goblin Tinker. Shockwave is enough to take it down. Demon Hunter now back into the action. Demon Hunter fell immediately due to the critical strike of the Blade Master and Windwalk. Raiders in the back line looking to try to get some surface area on the Druids of the Talon. Druids of the Talon in pretty good position right now. Gonna TP back home into the back of the base. Only a Beastmaster remains with 149 health and no Moon Juice. One Raider, a couple Spirit Walkers, and a couple Heroes for Hitman. It might be enough. Blade Master going to go to town and get Cyclone, but the Tauren Chieftain there to finish the job. GG called by Soin as Hitman takes game 1 on Last Refuge. Really nice matchup there from our opponents as we're moving into game 2. Right away. Wasting no time. We know once our players are in the groove, they don't want to waste any time. Hitman up 1. Waiting for Forks, trying to get Forks in here. If is he still streaming? I assume he is. He is, yeah. Come on, Forks, get on in here, brother. Get on in here, join the fun. All right, let me move these matches up a little bit here. Get these better centered. Oh, we had matches hidden down there the whole time. Look at that. Whoops. And thank you all for joining us tonight, Monday Night America Cup, number 85. Soin versus Hitman. We're going to game 2. Looks like on Autumn Leaves this time. Forks, waiting for you, buddy. There he is. We're ready. 150 of you are also ready. Waiting for Soin to give the ready up, and we are good to go. And we're off. We're off to Autumn Leaves. Insup, thank you so much for the raid, my friend, and great game earlier against Hitman. It's an honor to cast your match. I've watched so many of your streams. And I hope you're ready for an exciting game 2. Hitman versus Soin. Mr. Bandit for the follow. Thank you so much. Yeah, speaking of Raiders, Insup. Thank you so much, brother. All right, in last game, we did see the Demon Hunter Beastmaster from Soin against the Blade Master Tauren Chieftain of Hitman. Didn't prove to be enough. Druids of the Talon also not quite enough. Raiders able to get in there. Chain, ensnare, every hero back to back to back. Insup, thank you for the raid and the follow. Fist bumps all around. Boom, 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 boom. Thank you, Insup, for the kind words. Appreciate it, my friend. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the Game 5 series. I'll be clipping your game, by the way. So I'll be throwing your game up on YouTube. I really enjoyed casting you versus Hitman. It was a pleasure. right, Ancient of War up where you always expect it. Thank you for the follow as well. For all of you coming from in-substream, welcome to Game 5. ESL Open Cup Americas number 85. We are in the grand finals. Hitman versus Soin. Hitman took game 1. Again with the Blade Master Torn Sheathed in combo. Mass Raiders against Keeper of the Grove Beastmaster. Druids of the Talon behind that. Not quite enough. The Blade Master was just able to do so much damage to all of those heroes. And right on cue, Blade Master is back out again. Ready for more. Keeper of the Grove this time. Coming on out for Soin. Wants to change things up from game 1. Hoping a change in strategy at the hero position going to lead to some better results. And Hasty Dubu, thank you for the follow, my friend. Thank you. And if you're the same Dubu that's in the Discord, that's an admin, thank you for all your work tonight. Appreciate it. Blade Master going to work on an Archer. Going to get stopped by the entangle of the Keeper of the Grove. Going to stop the Blade Master in his tracks, but Hitman's so good at the attack animation canceling, maximizing the movement of the Blade Master, closing the gap. Really wants to get this Archer kill and set back Soin's early game quite a bit. Another entangle going to lock the Blade Master in place temporarily, but not for long. Now the Blade Master is free and wants a piece of that Keeper of the Grove, who's been locking him down all early game. Thank you for all the follows, everybody. Appreciate you. Tier 2 now up to 30%. Meanwhile, Soin going for the Hunter's Hall instead may transition over to Huntresses, as they're currently on the way out.
A player's forces are under attack.
And thank you for the bits, Eugene. Let's go. Appreciate the support, everyone. You've all been so kind tonight. Follows, subs, gifters, bits, raids, you name it. The community has been showing their love tonight, and I appreciate it all so much. Thank you. Eudicaria, thank you for the follow. I might need to turn the sound off soon. There's just so much. I'm going to turn the sound off, just to not disrupt the flow of the game, because so much love is coming into the stream. And thank you, Lady D-Spool. D-Spool. Blade Master continuing to follow the Keeper of the Grove around the northern bend of the laboratory camp. Blade Master following the Keeper all the way back to his own base. Thank you, Panda, for the follow, and thank you, Kaylani, for the follow as well. Keeper has arrived with the Ancient Protector, and we saw this before. Hitman has seen this exact scenario before. I believe it was the same exact map, too, and he was able to handle it quite well. A little different scenario this time around. Looking to deny the Shadow Hunter from coming online. Shadow Hunter about 20% done right now. A lot of pressure onto the Peasants now. Entangles, plenty entangles in stock. Blade Master taking down the proxy Tree of Life, looking to expo this mine later in the game. All that DPS is going to be enough, potentially. Meanwhile, back at home, Keeper of the Grove, Huntresses, and the Ancient Protector trying to whittle down this altar, and in the meantime, alternating back onto the Peasant line. Peons falling one by one. Keeper of the Grove trying to disrupt the economy of Hitman. And Hitman trying to do the same to the future economy of Soin. Will the Tree of Life get up? It does get canceled last second, unfortunately for Soin. Gonna have to retreat that Wisp back, and meanwhile, back at the base of Hitman. Altar continuing to fall down to 50% health. Shadow Hunter does get out. Shadow Hunter going to deny one of the peons. Very nice there by Hitman. Soin continues the pressure onto the altar of Storms of Hitman. Blade Master has had enough, wants to go back, wants to defend home base. Serpent Wars are out, dealing as much damage as they can to the Keeper of the Grove. Keeper of the Grove has his sights set on the peon still, not losing focus. Grunts Getting some auto attack damage onto the Keeper of the Grove as well. Blademaster now has back at home. Plenty of piercing damage onto the Huntress's dust popped by the Blademaster, able to reveal that invisible shadow melted Huntress. Not a problem. Now going to town on the Ancient Protector. Ancient Protector dealing a lot of damage to these grunts on top of the Entangle and going to fall, granting some XP to the Keeper of the Grove. But I believe the damage of the Ancient Protector killed it, not getting any XP to the Keeper. Keeper now stuck at the flat level 2's 3 XP. Blademaster going to continue chasing around the Huntress Keeper army of Soin. Meanwhile, looks like Hitman has fended it off this time. The Ancient Protector going to fall. Grunt in really low damage, but Heal Salve's going to get that back up to full. Keeper of the Grove in dangerous territory right now. The Blademaster smells blood, wants a piece of this Keeper. Hitman, again, so good at those attack animation cancels. Going to get one more, but Keeper of the Grove going to pop that town portal just in time. Hitman's going to follow him right back home, but I'm sure the Keeper has plenty of moon juice waiting for him back at home, but he's got to do it quick. Blademaster was right around town, ready to potentially break Windwalk and finish the job. Speaking of finishing the job, Blademaster might want to finish off this Alchemist. Gets entangled just at the perfect moment. Alchemist could be able to sneak away, and Blademaster has to Windwalk out of there.
A player's forces are under attack.
All right. Going for the expo of his own, Shadow Hunter. Trying to get to level 3 the way Hitman always likes to do it. Bring that second hero, the Grunts and the Shaman. Go creep off to the side. Meanwhile, Blademaster can stick around this army all day and just harass it till the end of time. Shadow Hunter well on his way to level 3. Maybe after this camp, might get it. But maybe not before getting intercepted by the Keeper of the Grove. Keeper of the Grove wandering around this lake right here, going to walk right into the really low health Shadow Hunter. One entangle there could be really dangerous for that Shadow Hunter. We need to purge it immediately and get out of dodge. Blademaster back over here trying to disrupt the expo. Potentially take down a Huntress. Is going to focus on another Huntress instead. Distributing the damage. Potentially siphoning as much moon juice as possible. Level 3 going to the Shadow Hunter up here. Opting for level 2 Serpent Wards. Going to get some extra damage to those Huntresses who are unarmored. Going to take amplified damage from the piercing serpents. Blademaster Windwalking yet again. Might break Windwalk and maybe take down this Huntress here, but not quite ready to do so. It's the Alchemist and Keeper of the Grove right around the corner, ready to come back and defend their units. And the expo finally online for Soin after trying this for the second time. First one was canceled. As now the 43 food army of Hitman starting to come online into fruition. Shaman are here. No training on Lightning Shield yet. Gonna stay at rank 0 for the time being. Shadow Hunter continuing to creep up. Blademaster now joining the fun. Wants to get level 2 for himself. He will take this down quite easily, but is going to get met by Soin. Wants to join the party yet again. These level 2 Serpent Wards going to start really ripping apart these Huntresses, and one Huntress falls immediately. Blademaster, his purge is going off from the Shaman, able to secure 2 Huntress kills for Hitman. Now backing up to the expo, trying to get some Ancient Protectors up before it's too late. These Serpent Wards continuing to be a nuisance against Soin to try to get some auto attack damage. Heal Wave going off, Heal Spray going off onto the Huntresses. Huntresses falling so low, courtesy of the Blademaster. Some purges going off onto the Alchemist. Alchemist is going to fall due to a critical strike before it gets entangled, but it's too late. The damage was already done. The Alchemist already fell. Ancient Protector about 60% done, but it might not be enough. Blademaster still in position to slash and dice up these Huntresses. Huntress is falling so quickly due to the piercing damage of these Serpent Wards, and now the Blademaster turning his attention to the Keeper of the Grove. Keeper now down to 40% health, 30% health. Each slice from the Blademaster taking away like 7% damage. Another Archer going to fall. And the army of Soin is falling so quickly as Hitman about to disable the Expo once and for all. Soin looking grim right now. Level 2 versus the level 4 Shadow Hunter of Hitman. Really weak. Huntress has no moon juice left. The possibilities are shrinking and becoming fewer and further between for Soin to make a comeback here, as the Blade Master certainly going to get level 3 from this creep, and now the hero levels are just becoming insurmountable. As level 3 Blade Master, level 4 Shadow Hunter going to go to town on this 39 food army of Soin. Soin really has to pull out all of his tricks, anything he has in the bag, to be able to keep up with this. Hitman did so much with so little in the previous matches, and now he has more. Soin going to heal up as much as he can, but now Hitman already back on the prowl, back on the attack, going to take down this Ancient of War potentially before another Huntress comes online. Serpent Ward going to chip away at this Ancient of Wonders, doing quite a bit of damage, just the Serpent Ward and the Shadow Hunter. And now the full army of Hitman going to engage. Lightning Shield on the melee units. The Grunt and the Blade Master going to do so much damage to these archers. Archers are in really weak, vulnerable position, firing away at the Grunts, doing all the damage they can, but it's not enough. Hitman, a definitive Game 2 victory. Really great game there from Hitman yet again, taking Game 2 in really definitive fashion. And we're going right to Game 3, and is Hitman going to 3-0 the grand finals and not drop a map the entire tournament in the Hitman fashion we're so accustomed to seeing? We're going to find out really quickly, as we're going right into Game 3 on Concealed Hill. I'm going to update some of these numbers here and get right into the action. And thank you all so much for the follows, everyone. I missed a couple before. Kind of back up here. Green Shield, 420 Running Knots, Crazy Bees, Zodeling, Franz Beck. Thank you all so much for the follows. I was getting so much love from everybody, I had to turn the alert off. The sound, at least. It's always a good problem to have, and thanks again for everyone supporting me and ESL tonight and all these players. I hope you're all having a great time watching the tournament. I'm having an amazing time casting it. Hitman up 2-0 right now. Blade Master reigns supreme in Game 1 and Game 2. Keeper the Grove wasn't able to stifle it. Neither was the Demon Hunter. What does Soin have in store for Game 3? What is he going to do differently to triumph this Blade Master who's given him so much trouble? Blade Master's coming again, so he needs to be ready. Here we are, Soin again, going across the map, trying to see what is going on here. Hitman's peon also making his way across the map. Both players very interested in what the other is doing, although I'm sure Soin already knows what's coming. Just one quick look, he already knew. Doesn't even need to stick around. He knows the Blade Master's coming. Ancient War creeping underway for Soin right now. Keeper of the Grove about to be coming out and getting this XP. Blade Master online, sold the TP, got the salve, got the speed scroll, and is ready to get to work. Wasting no time, popping that Windwalk, getting across the map immediately. Wants to be here in time, maybe to snipe this creep. Will he make it? Looks like he is. And he might be able to take down the Ancient of War as well if he does it right. He's not going to go for the Ancient War. He's going right for the Archer. Keeper of the Grove down south at the green camp down here. He's going to need to come back and handle this. He's going to need to root down that Blade Master, but he took Treants instead, so he's not going to be able to disable the Blade Master. Blade Master's going to have free reign to chase this Archer around the map. Archer is going to fall, courtesy of the Blade Master. Back at home, Hitman already well long away in Tier 2. About 35% done. Keeper of the Grove backing off. Has Entangle now. Has enough mana. But doesn't want to invest any mana yet. Blade Master Windwalking wants to get into better position here, or maybe just not reveal his intentions. Right now, going to just continue to follow Soin's Keeper of the Grove around the map. Keep an eye on him. Potentially counter by the dust and use it for himself to reveal some of those Shadow Melded units just in time as the clock strikes midnight to be able to reveal some of those archers as they attempt to Shadow Meld. Staff of Teleportation also bought for Hitman. Hitman now has all the juicy items from the shop. It's going to continue to chase down this Keeper of the Grove. Tier 2 almost online for Hitman. Tier 2 just getting started for Soin. This Keeper of the Grove continues to be chased around all game long. Hitman not giving Soin any breathing room to do anything, but his Huntresses are able to go to work on some of these easier creep camps. So another Huntress transition like we saw before. Might see those Owl Scouts as well in the battle that we've seen in the past to be able to help reveal the Blade Master.
A player's forces are under attack.
Peon gonna go sacrifice itself to the Ogres. Ogre gonna take care of that Peon as Hitman continues to chase this Keeper of the Grove worldwide. Does not want any breathing room for Soin. Doesn't want to give him any chance at bringing this to Game 4. Both heroes going to TP back home.
Players' forces are under attack.
Blade Master right back on the scene. Going to be able to steal this crab. Going to take the Tome of Agility as well and be able to snipe another creep. Blade Master now taking all of the creeps now. Keeper of the Grove surrounded by some of his own units. Unfortunately, took a couple extra auto attacks, and I'm sure he did not want to. Blade Master now down to below half health. Keeper trying to just get any splash of healing that he can. Has plenty of healing back home, so not in any immediate danger. But in the typical Hitman style that we always see, Grunts and second hero now on to their own business. Creeping the Shadow Hunter up to level 2 behind all of this. And Soin has some multitasking of his own in mind. Going to take the Treants and the Huntresses. Meanwhile, the heroes are chasing one another. Like, what an incredible state of events right now. The heroes are chasing each other. They're side creeping with two different armies. There's so much going on in a 1v1 right now. It is, you never see this at my MMR level, I can tell you that.
A player's forces are under attack.
My brain might explode if I had to do this much micromanagement. Hitman's Blade Master retreating back. Does not like the state of what he's seeing right now. Too many hunts. Too much mana on that Keeper of the Grove. Potentially going to get entangled right here. There it is. Right on cue. Huntress is going to deal as much damage as they can. Has one more Windwalk in stock after this one, but needs to be careful. Does he have the Owl Scouts? He does. Blade Master safely out of vision of the Owl Scouts for now. Wyvern's on the way to be able to deal with these Huntresses. Very interesting pivot from Hitman. Also, Ensnare getting trained behind it. Certainly going to see some Raiders as well.
Are under attack.
Here we are, Blade Master and Shadow Hunter now pairing up for the first time this game. Going to be able to take some creeps down together. Blademaster falling pretty low. Gonna have to be careful. Potentially gonna have to pop a salve right after this camp. There it is right away. Getting healed back up to full. Shadowhunter now so close to level 3. Meanwhile, down south, Tree of Life, Soin always wants to be able to expo when he can, get that resource advantage. Alchemist out again for him, much like we saw last game.
A player's forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
Tree of Life going to plant down and get started to entangling that gold mine. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove continuing to try to scout out this Blademaster. Huntress is now available. Going to maybe throw an Owl Scout down to be able to see this Blademaster. Might be too much greed from Hitman. Hitman is going to be able to get away, though. Pops this, does not have the salve. Maybe going to pop it when he has a little more breathing room. There is the salve after the acid bomb drops off. And now Soin finally, for maybe the first time this game, has some breathing room. He gets some creeping done. Level 3 granted to the Keeper of the Grove is going to take. Not sure yet. What will he take with level 3? Trance or Entangle? He's going to have to decide soon because Hitman is here. Hitman's ready to engage. Does take level 2 Trance. As Heal Spray goes off, trying to get the army stabilized as possible. One archer out of position may pay the price with its life. Now Ensnare's going off onto the Huntress army. And if you get a Huntress ensnared anywhere in this range, these Serpent Wards are going to rain havoc. Look how much damage these Serpent Wards do to these Huntresses as they're falling one by one. So much piercing damage to these unarmored Huntresses. Blademaster continuing to go to work onto the archers. Keeper of the Grove, unfortunately, not that effective right now. Not a lot of mana in store. Heal Sprays trying from the Alchemist, but just not healing as much as he would like. The food counts are relatively even. So much damage from the backline archers. Able to do so much damage to these grunts. Look at these grunts falling 100 damage at a time with each wave of arrows from the archer line. Blademaster now turns his attention on over to the Keeper of the Grove. Keeper of the Grove falling pretty quickly. Gonna need to retreat back. Not much moon juice left, but one more moon well filled up. Level 3 now for the Blademaster. Blademaster taking Critical Strike level 2. Going to be able to get some really juicy crit strikes onto this army. Massing archers right now from Soin. Soin able to push back Hitman just enough, but not indefinitely, as Hitman is opting to stick around. No more Huntresses for Soin. Now archers only. Going to be able to get so much damage out on this Alchemist. The Alchemist, unfortunately, looks like it is going to fall due to the Windwalk. Didn't even have to break Windwalk. Was able to take that Alchemist down. Soin now has to get this done with just the Keeper and the archers for the moment. Hitman feels he's done enough for the time being. Going to retreat back. Going to get some creeping done. Potentially take down this red camp. And no red camp. Going to just kind of loop around.
A player's forces are under attack.
Soin gonna take down the Golem camp at the laboratory by himself. No Alchemist. Alchemist is coming back the old school way through the altar. No tavern by. And just like last game, Hitman focused so much on the Expo, does not want Soin to get any sort of economic lead. That could be bringing us to game 4 if he doesn't put this Expo in check. Huntresses leading the charge, going to go try to get some damage done onto those Shaman. Shaman taking quite a bit of damage from the archers. Archers in pretty good position now to get some damage onto the backline of Hitman, but Hitman retreating back. Invis, Lightning Shield, going to be able to deal so much damage to the archers. 141 crit to the archers. Archers have to retreat back into position. Entangle onto the Blademaster. Blademaster stuck for the time being. Keeper of the Grove now level 4. Sitting pretty nice, but a nice ensnare from Hitman. Has the town portal. Gonna need to pop that right away. Get these archers and Alchemist back home. 2 archers fall before he ends up leaving. Hitman, sitting at 51 food, is now in the danger zone. Soin needs to be really careful here as we're in a critical time of the game. He could fall at any moment if he overextends, but really, Hitman's army is solely Shaman and a couple grunts right now. Archers are well equipped to deal with these Shaman. One of those Shaman fell immediately and now has his sights onto the Kodo Beast. Kodo Beast currently devouring and digesting a Huntress. Going to be able to get out of here with a speed scroll. Hitman does not like the state of this battle, wants to get out of here, live to fight another day, and was able to successfully take down the Expo.
Players' forces are under attack.
So now Soin has to pivot again, losing yet another Expo. How will he recover? What is he going to do next? And is going to waste no time and go right after the Red Drake camp at the Healing Fountain. First red camp of the game, potentially going to be secured by Soin. Hitman going for the laboratory camp instead. We'll see what items are rewarded to both of our players here. Little Tome of Knowledge for Soin. Meanwhile, back up here, Wanda Mana Stealing for the Blade Master. Back down here, Keeper of the Grove did pick up the Scourge Bone Chimes. Not too useful with your pretty much exclusively ranged army composition, but nonetheless will be valuable to sell at some point. Hitman now going for the Troll High Priest first. Wants to get rid of that healing and inner fire, and now is going to turn his attention over to the Ogre Lord and the Ogre Magi. Claim the next red camp of items, but not before. Soin's going to creep jack this Shaman again in a really vulnerable position from the piercing damage of these archers. Archers, one wave of arrows dealing so much damage to the Shaman, and a nice heal wave just in time to save the Shaman. Also, so many arrows going into the Kodo Beast. Kodo Beast falls just in time. Alchemist getting into the back of the army to get some healing spray off. Blade Master dealing so much damage. The Illusion Blade Master now with Lightning Shield trying to deal damage to the backline of the archers, kiting back. Soin wants to get into better position to face the remainder of the Orc army. Alchemist now getting ensnared, going to get chopped down by the Blade Master. Alchemist able to squeeze out. Is it going to be enough? Blade Master right there in time to get the Windwalk execution on the Alchemist. Alchemist dead. Now Hitman turns his attention to the remainder of Soin's army. Soin falling down now to 46 food. Does start the resurrection of the Alchemist back at the altar. One more Archer falls, one Huntress falls. Blade Master just going one by one, unit by unit, taking down the rest of the Night Elf by himself. Now level 5, so strong. How do you defeat this Blade Master? And Soin, I hope you have some tricks up your sleeve. This is going to be a really tough ending here. Level 5 Blade, level 5 Shadow Hunter. Hitman smells blood. He wants it now. He wants to 3-0, take the series undefeated. Go ESL 85, not dropping a single map. 180 critical strikes, slashes to the Huntresses. The Blade Master is on fire, cannot be stopped. Doesn't matter how many arrows you have. There's a healing wave right behind it, able to secure any sort of time the Blade Master can stay in this battle. Ensnares now out on the Keeper. Scroll of Protection popped onto the Grunts, giving +2 armor to the whole entire army. No more Moon Juice left. Hitman does not drop a single map. 3-0 Soin and takes ESL America Cup 85.